Hello everyone, and you join us for the formation lap of this Italian Grand Prix. And unfortunately we have lost our leader. So yeah. But that means Luke Beck is in pole position. So that's great. Okay, let's go disqualified. Of course. People getting stopped from each other in the first corner, that's to be expected. If you want a good qualifying, you would have to give it to the Force Indias, or Racing Point as they are now. Many people getting disqualified. Let's hope that's not a sign to come for this wreck predicts. So that will be interesting, to say the least. I see Alco the Williams there is currently weaving to warm those tyres. Everyone's here. It's about... they're about to line up on the grid. Look like they're literally inside each other now. Yeah, look at that, literally inside each other. Now, Connor has clear track in front of him, but Luke has no problem whatsoever. Who's been taken in Italy? We're about to find out here. Right, 5 lights, a light set, away we go in Italy. Beautiful start there by the oh, that's a little shove there. Oh, that's a McLaren in the wall. Don't hit him, guys, don't hit him. Oh, a squeeze. Oh, the Force India squeezed off. A squeezed off Connor. There was touches, but there wasn't never a spin out. Oh, but there is the Force. Oh, no. It's a bad day for the Tifosi. Oh, no, Collins has crashed. What's happened there? Yeah, he is completely a magnet. Bad day for the Mercedes, that's bad for the constructors, but good for us. It's unfortunate by Collins here, it's not had a good race, which obviously has cost the Mercedes. Oh, you're going to fight between the Ferrari and the Renault. Not quite, don't nudge each other, guys, don't even mature. Despite being shoved off, it's like from the Force India is going to try and obviously overtake Connor here, maybe into the Parabolica. He's gone for it. Yeah, stick on the inside. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get a better drive? Who's on the cleaner side? Who's getting a better drive here? Here we go, there's going to be some shooting here for the Force India on the McLaren. The Connor comes up the inside line. Stop and go penalty for seeing the pit lane black. Like that, can't manage to stick his position perfectly. It's been a bad day for him for these two. What happened to the range? He's so far off everyone. But he has managed to get past him at black, so yay! Oh hello, looks like they've been tried to it on the Lesbos. Try to on the Renaults. T. Joyce, get past the Mercedes. That's great for the constructors. Watch out for the Force Indias. Now obviously that's gonna make him Connor a living target for the other Force India here Is he going to try it in the Ascari? Is it a flag? Who's it for? The Ferrari and the Williams! Oh no! I know he's getting fly out wide there, but everyone's going to be all inside. It's side by side here! Can Defoe at least get up? Not quite! In fact, it looks like Black went off again. Look at the gap he's starting to pull away now. And that loop back. Well done, mate. Connor's not giving up in this fight though. With Bossy, he is cutting in a Mercedes sandwich right now. So watch out for that, Bale. This is getting. These guys got close. Oh no, Megan's something. That's not going to help. And clearly it hasn't. He gets a bit like that. He's got a much better try out there. Oh, there's contact. Oh, that's going to be a swim. Oh no. After contact, there's been controversy again. But I mean, there's now 2 Defoes in 7th and 9th. McLaren's not giving up against the Ferrari though. Man, wouldn't it be good if all this team stuff was like this in real life this year in F1? Well, on lap 3 of the race, I've only had 1 knockout. What the hell? The McLaren's going to try it on the Defoes. He's going to try it into the Parabolica. He has! Has he kept it? He's kept it round that corner at least. But can he keep it on to the straight? Let's watch out! Oh no! What's happened there? What happened there? That's it now. Now they're going side by side into it. These guys are very close. He's going to experience like 3 wide. Oh! What? Overtakes Psycho. Oh, but Psycho's overtook it. And he's going to have to get the positions back. Oh, that car's crashed! God, oh no! Bomar's crashed too! Oh no! What's it, guys? It does a ghost! What happened there? What happened to you on both? What's kind of this guy doing there? I don't know what's going on. Okay, that could be summed up interesting. Well, at least Alco didn't get hit there. What happened there? What happened there? Managed to get no penalty for stop. I'm up for corner cutting. What happened there? Controversy here in Italy. Both Mercedes are out. What has happened? Looks like Cutler's joining me. Cutler, what happened?
I've just seen a Haskell spinning. That's Mega Monkey. I don't know, just a tiny snap of oversteer, the car just went straight into the wall.
So it's one of those weird moments.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
God's sake.
I'm gonna have to switch here because we got a McLaren sandwich here with the 2 Defoses. The 2 Ferraris here. One Psychovic is gonna try on the McLaren. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, great driving from him. He's done.
Well done, he's got it. He actually managed to, on the previous lap, he actually overtook both of them, but he went out wide. But he's gonna try.
One shot's got a chance to come back at them.
How Psychovic has got past his teammate.
One shot does not look comfortable. He's doing what I was doing.
That's probably explains why Psychovic's got past. But well done, two in one.
Oh.
The McLaren's got a much better drive than Meaty. Well done.
Meaty made a mistake on the exit.
Do you think when do you think pit stops will have to be made?
I can't remember. I think it will be around halfway through race distance, maybe between lap 12 and 14.
I'll tell you one thing though. This is incredible stuff for the 2 championships, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for my championship fight, the only silver lining I can hope for now is if Luke still wins the race.
Well, don't worry.
So frustrating.
Well, don't worry. You got quite a chunk of lead, so this probably won't affect you much.
We'll still see what happens. I mean, it's still not all over, but yeah, I'm more disappointed at myself.
There's still a fight here, though, between the two Ferraris and the McLaren. Obviously, they got two slipstreams.
Psycho went deep.
Oh, he went a lot deep. That's cost him. They're all together now.
And the McLaren's fighting back at them.
Oh, the McLaren's got past one of them.
Come on, one shot, be sensible here, mate. Ah, you can sit there squirming through turn 3. It's so difficult through there.
Here we go, is he going to try late break? He has! What an overtake! What an overtake there by the McLaren.
Yeah. I can't imagine either Ferrari is happy at the minute, but I think this is going to be the main fight for this evening.
Oh, that is... This is bad news for the Ferraris here in Italy, though.
Yep, I'm just keeping an eye on Tijonis and Luke Beck. Tijonis is actually gaining on him.
Man, he is actually. That looked like it's nearly within a second, but of course, no DRS.
Race isn't over yet. We'll just see how this one plans out.
Interesting scenes. So we're only 7 laps in.
Oh, Ferrari's fighting back from the McLaren.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought he went in too deep there. Man, these guys are having a proper scrap today, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm surprised that there hasn't been a major collision yet. They need to be sensible.
Oh, here we go. The Ferrari gets past.
11. Yeah, it's in the braking zone though. Are they going to be able to stop in time? Only just.
Yes, and
that
yes. Oh, the McLaren's fighting back though. But he's too far back. I think this is a fight done for this lap. The gap between the top two is staying around a second now.
Yeah, I think they both might have just... I think at this point everyone's just setting to the rhythm, and the McLaren's still coming back at the Ferrari.
Oh, don't hit each other though! We've seen that before with the Haas.
These are not the moves you want to be risking in these conditions.
Hey, Tijonis has got past him at Luke.
Luke must have made a mistake.
Yeah, I think he might have lost it into him.
And now he's under attack from Lord.
Yeah, oh god, what has happened here? The Force Indians are loving this. Oh, it means he's crashed.
Just riding on board with Prodigy. I'm going to see what happened. I think it was just after the second Lesmo.
I think it might have been, yeah, I'm following here too. I can't see anything around the Lesbo.
Yeah.
Oh, it happened here! It's happened.
He spinned it off. Oh, Cyclo's just nearly ran into the back of the McLaren.
Has it got damage?
Not that I can see, but I'm amazed these guys haven't.
Oh, here's a fight! Here's a fight! Here we go! Shoot all the way here! And the McLaren defends.
Oh, careful, guys! Come on.
Oh, they're touching! They're touching! Look at the fight here for second and third.
You don't know which battle to watch.
Oh no, we got 2 battles going on right now. Can Luke Beck can manage to get past Tijonis. Oh, they've changed positions again, the Ferrari and the McLaren. But he's overshot it.
He goes deep.
Oh,
they touch.
Any damage on the McLaren?
Harder. That could have been damage. I can't see any. I didn't see anything fly off.
Oh, well done.
Great racing from these two. Amazed they're keeping it this clean.
What a fight this has been. Let's go to the Lord and the Renault. I think he's going to have some big slipstream here. Keep an eye on that fight.
Oh, careful. Psycho.
Oh, there's been an yellow flag.
Yeah, Psycho's tapped the McLaren. The McLaren had to go to the gravel. The thing is, the Ferrari's quicker in the straight, but One Shot is quicker in the corners.
So it balances out pretty well on this track then.
I think that was a little bit naughty from Psycho.
Don't worry about it.
Look, the McLaren's squirming to keep on the track.
I think that fight is over down for a bit. We can keep an eye on second and third. And looks like the Renault is starting to struggle now as Force Indy's going to try and overtake him into the last both. Not close enough though. Man, this has been action-packed here and we haven't even got to lap 10 yet.
I wonder if Luke is regretting his rain dance earlier now.
So we're down to 8 drivers in this race. Oh, big mistake by the Renault! He's going to get a much better drive to Force India. Hang on, no he hasn't. The Renault's got a better drive.
Force India didn't have that much clean of an exit.
I would have thought the Renault had a worse, I think. But however, TJ's decided to pull away from him now.
Yeah.
Now here we go, the slipstream's going to come into turn 1. He should get past here, the Force India. He's going to try it.
Will they stop in time? He goes
to
the
he touches the grass.
Oh, careful.
Don't hit each other, guys.
No, that's not done.
Beautiful respect there.
Yeah. Just keep an eye on the battle with the McLaren and the Ferrari. I think One Shot is just trying to tiptoe his way around at the minute. No point in fighting for 5th place if you know you can get 6th. I'm sure he'll come back later in the race.
Yeah, so we still got a pit stop to go, I think. Wait, do we have a pit stop? Yeah, we should have, right?
Oh yeah. The strategy that was suggested to me at the start of the race was definitely a 1 stop. It's either going to be a 1 or 2 stop.
What lap?
Half the race distance.
What lap would you say then? Around lap 15?
I can't. I honestly can't remember, mate. If you go by half the race distance, definitely by lap 14. So everyone is going to be experiencing a bit of tyre wear by now. Oh,
that is a bad exit off the Ascaris for the Renault. That's going to let the Force India get a little bit more closer. Here we go, but the Renault's going to try the inside line. Defender on the Parabolica. But wait, what is the name for the first corner anyway?
I know it's Varianti, which is Italian for chicane.
However, I don't think he's going to need it. The Renault's keeping the inside line though.
I don't think Lord's going to be able to pull this one here.
No, he is not. And beautiful helicopter view I'm getting. For some reason, the Force India cannot get past the Renault. You know, talking about real F1 for a moment, I honestly think Force India and Renault might be a main battle for this real life season, don't you think?
Yeah, with the money that Racing Point has got behind them, I'm sure they'll be pretty close, but I think it's all going to be a bit of a cluster between Renault, Racing Point, Haas and Alfa Romeo, I should say. Personally, I haven't looked at the 2019 McLaren car. I still don't think they're going to be up there.
Hopefully they should though. How about the Williams?
The Williams will be scrapping with the McLaren. I don't know who could finish last this season, but I know the midfield fight is going to be between Renault, Haas and Racing Point.
Well,
Alpha might catch them a little bit, but we'll just have to see how the development goes through the season.
But speaking of Alfa Romeo, have you seen their front wing?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks so different. Oh, the Renault's in the pits! Oh, but gets 5 seconds stop to go penalty for speeding in the pit lane and loop back. That's not going to help.
One shot's catching back up to the Ferrari.
I think it's pit stop time, everyone. I think it's pit stop time.
Deranged being lapped. Very sensible getting out of the way. Hopefully he stays on the outside.
Which he does perfectly done.
Sensible driving from Deranged. Is that he's having a sensible race all by himself, so I think
Oh,
he'll be happy
hello.
with the hand
Watch the
points.
McLaren on the Ferrari here. This could be upset for the Defosi. He's got a much better drive through the straight. And how's he going?
No, they've both gone deep.
But the McLaren gets it though.
Great comeback from one shot, I'll give him that, but he's just clipped the grass on the exit. It's actually gave Deranged a little bit of a run on the Ferrari. I don't know if he'll go for it.
There's nothing wrong with unlapping yourself.
Yeah, but it's like in these conditions, I think Deranged would be very sensible just to move out the way anyway. One shot sliding through the second chicane.
I think it's time for them to make their pits, maybe.
Yeah, they're all going to be suffering from tyre wear at this point. I think the maximum, well, I should more say sensible tyre life will definitely be around the lap 14-15 mark. So we're not all that far away from all these pit stops from happening.
Well, let's keep an eye on how fast Loopback is going on those fresh inters, shall we? Oh, one shot as a penalty. Oh.
He's doing well to pull that lead.
Lord's in. Where's Lord going to come out? Lord
Gets out ahead of the Renault.
Oh, this is going to go. No, actually, will he?
Yep. It just depends if they can stop. And he doesn't.
No, he doesn't stop.
Oh no, he's had to take to the curbs.
Oh no, this is disaster. Good for Loopback there.
These guys are in a title fight of their own. Realistically, this could be the battle for third in the championship.
Ideally, yes, but let's not forget, regardless of what the four seniors do, if it stays like this, then they're going to get a well good jump on you Mercedes.
Yeah, I've been having a word with my teammate. I think we're going to have to concede the title at some point.
Can we just say how both Mercedes crashed on the exact same corner?
I have no idea how Collins crashed.
No, but he crashed on the first lap, but it was on the same area you did. So he might have clipped a grass or curve here.
Yeah.
Oh, two chances in. Two chances in.
I think he's got that much of a gap. He's not going to be overtaken. I mean, Alco is coming in for his pit stop.
Okay, that was a weird glitch there for a moment. But T-Jonas is going to come out.
At the pit exit. Oh Lord, running on the escape road. Yeah, I think T-Jonas is going to have a comfortable lead into turn one. He's 5 seconds ahead of Luke.
In 4 seconds. Cyclemich has a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Which, to be fair, is actually quite easily done at this track.
Yeah, it's on the exit of Parabolica. If you still accelerate cleanly coming out of that, even before you get to the start-finish line, you're going at 180 miles an hour, especially in these wet conditions.
Now, when is One Shot going to pit? He's the only one who hasn't pitted yet. Am I right about that? Has he pit?
He's probably going to have to pit soon. Because the Inters, even though he's probably going to have better grip in maybe 2 lap younger tyres than the cars around him, but the performance difference is not that different. It's not like the soft tyres where you can gain tenths and tenths a lap on the other drivers around you. So if I was him, I'd be pitting now. Yeah, otherwise it's going to start lap 15.
Actually, there's some. It's might go. Look at the fight between third and second. The 14 is going to get a drive here. I'm still saying 14 because that's what it is in 2018. Lord has fast left the race, no surprise there.
Although at this point in 2018 it was Racing Point Force India.
Yeah, but I still call it. Oh, he's dived in there.
Oh dear. Oh.
He took a risk, so that did not work out well. And he's got a penalty for it.
At least he's let the position back through.
At least.
Do you want to go ahead with this change, the Force India guys, if they want to become Racing Point Force India, Just give us a shout. We don't mind wiping your points clear for the rest of the season.
You Mercedes certainly wouldn't.
Yeah, but even then, we've still got a good fight with the Rantos.
Either way.
I believe I got an invite for a chat party from Robot, so I'm going to join him for a minute just to see what happened. I'll be back to you in a minute.
Will you be able to rejoin?
Oh yeah, sure.
Would you?
Yeah, I joined before without an invite.
Fair enough then.
Don't worry about me, I'm sure, yeah, you know where the main fight is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll speak to you in a minute.
See you soon with it. Anyway, you're now stuck with me and viewers, and normally our commentary is much better when me and Connor together, and wouldn't you agree? Oh no, what's happened? Oh, Luke Beck has crashed. Luke Beck has crashed! What has happened there? I think I know what's happened. I think I know what happened. He might have lost it, and then obviously his front right obviously hit the inside wall. So that's, oh no, Renault, what are you doing, mate? What down to half our drivers? How old are his tyres? Yeah, Alcott hasn't pitted yet. He's going to have to pit though. But it might have cost him too long, and that means I think the Williams of Alcott might get on the podium. Well, Luke Becker's crashed, so I think that's good for Connor. But I'm telling you, I'm telling you, the Force Indians have dominated the races. Well done, Force India, I will say that. I'm telling you, I think because of that Luke Beck crashing, I think this is where we reach our stale period. Oh, there you go, one shot's finally in the pit! Alco goes up to third. Look at this, will one shot get out in front of the Ferrari. The Ferrari's going round the Parabolica. I think he's going to get out in front. Yeah, I see him driving there. He's going to get out in front of the McLaren. Not by much though, not by much at all! Oh, I see it. Yeah. But obviously those tyres will be much newer, but at the same time will be much colder, so watch yourself, we could have this fight here. So let's do my normal check, shall we? Spicy T. Jones has been cruising in the lead here. Look at that, he's still got all the reserves. What the hell, mate? T. Jones has had it easy. I don't know why, but it looks like he's going slow for some reason. Lord is currently got 4 hours, wow! Williams looks like they have around just over half. One shot has all of his curves. The Ferrari has nearly completed it, it's at 20%. Black is obviously around 80 to 90, I'd say. And obviously the range is currently just at maybe around 50 to 60. But we are struggling in this race. Can we just appreciate how much the Force India has gone with this season so far? As soon as T. Giles and Lord and came in, they've just dominated, you know? They have just dominated. Well done, you guys. Well done. Let's talk about real F1 here, shall we? Because there's not really anything to talk about at this current moment of time. So, obviously, Mercedes looks great. Admittedly, it does. The Ferrari looks quite good, and can we just mention how we're racing in Italy on the day they actually revealed their car, so yeah, that's something. The Red Bull looks very different, I must say, and the Force India looks quite nice, I would say. The Renault looks absolutely brilliant. Go on, Danny. And obviously we got some quite amazing stuff now. We got some good races. We got good races. Oh, there's a yellow flag somewhere. Who is it? I keep looking down at my phone and I don't know what I miss at times. I don't think I've missed much. What's gonna happen? I don't know. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm telling you, everything's new. Also, the Alfa Romeo front wing, let's talk about that, shall we? It looks bloody weird. Very, very, very weird. Bloody weird. And Psycho has a bounty. What's gonna happen? I don't know.
longer than I thought.
Oh, go on, back.
Yeah, basically, any drivers that have crashed within the same period of each other, they've everyone's making the same mistakes around turn 3, or just a similar mistake on track. The cars are just so sensitive and they're twitching.
Fair enough. When you went, did you notice that Luke Beck crashed?
Yeah, I just caught it straight away. The cheeky bugger blamed me for it.
How?
No, it was just a notification that pops up on the screen. He apparently lost his concentration. I'm sure he was only joking, but it is quite easily done. It's just Monza's one of those tracks that should not be raced in the wet. It's brilliant in the dry, and it's the same with Germany. If it's in the wet, it's dire. Same with Hungary as well, and
Do not get me started on
mistakes
Hungary.
that you won't normally get.
But I quite like racing in the wet, especially at this track.
Yeah, I know it shakes up the grid a bit. Unfortunately for my liking, it shook it up a little bit too much.
If you aren't shaking up the grid, then try what I had to deal with earlier on my career mode.
Can't imagine what you went through. I've not had a good few weeks. I fear the Mercedes pair are heading into a dark patch again in the season.
What, you and Collins?
Yeah, it's just I think I said earlier, all the way through our practice sessions, both of our cars were just not stable at all. Even if it was dry, we were twitching, but at different places.
Maybe. Well, you can't get yourself perfectly every time, can you?
Yeah, I know, it's mainly all down to preference, but me and Collins, we just weren't able to nail Italy today. And unfortunately for us, I think we're going to be paying the price for it with the constructors.
Especially with this, so far 1-2 with the Force Indias.
Yeah, I'm just going to double check the standings quickly. See if Force India might actually take the lead. Quick note for Psycho Mitch, if he is watching, is under investigation for another reprimand.
Why?
Forcing one shot off track and not returning the position.
Did that happen?
Yes, I think we're riding on board. You might have been on board with the Force India battle, but I was on board with them, and Psycho pushed one shot off into the gravel at Ascari. I'm sure he didn't mean to do it on purpose, but you need to be careful.
Wait then, what? Why isn't Psycho Mitch 7 seconds ahead? I mean, they're behind.
I don't know. It's because I think one shot's boosted everything up on his MFD. So
Okay.
he's probably rich, and I'm on board Psycho now. Yeah, I think one shot, he's having a word with him in the chat as well. He's more comfortable with his setup round here, which is I noticed he was good in the corners. He's just more comfortable. But I'll have to see the race if they want to follow through with the steward's inquiry.
Fair enough. They're currently racing well here, aren't they?
Yeah, oh, to be honest, 3-second penalty. That's not great. But I know that Lord already has a 3-second at least. So I think this pretty much evens out their gap.
Yeah, it balances them back to what it is on track.
Yeah. Right, I've got the standings up here. Constructors, Mercedes are on 294, Force India 258, Renault 252, and Ferrari on 224.
So
The teams,
they can't overtake you, but they'll gain a lot of gap.
yeah, just let me do the maths quickly. Oh, this 1-2 would give them 301 points. Yeah, if this is a 1-2, they're gonna take the constructors lead.
I thought you said they were in the 250s.
Yeah, if it's a 1-2, it's 43 points. That it would put them on 301 points.
Fair enough.
Both Renaults are out as well, so yeah, only 4 points for Renault, which I think would be quite disappointing for them. Ferrari with I don't know. Yeah, they're not close enough to jump up at Renault, but they'll close the gap a little bit by them, because the Ferrari, even though Meteor's retired, they're still going to score points as a team. I think they'll be on plus 12, so that'll be 236. Yeah, so Ferrari should be around 20 points behind Renault at this point.
Fair enough.
Yellow flag again.
It's showing that both Renaults are out.
It's a spin from One Shot.
Is there?
Yep.
Oh, that's going to close the Ferrari. Well done! Well done! Okay,
18
we got
points now. Stands the gap.
Okay.
If they finish as it is, Ferrari now would be 18 points behind Renault.
Well, don't worry. Let's not forget those tires on One Shot are much younger than the Ferraris, but that spin might have caused some issues.
I was saying to him as well, yeah, he's not got any dirt on them, but the wear at this point maybe even them out. But yeah, it's the difference between the Inters. It's going to be fractions of a second, like not even tenths. It'll be hundredths of a second difference. These aren't the tyres, like I said with the dryers, that you'll be gaining tenths and tenths on people over the period of the race. So hopefully with these two, they are going to be battling to the end now. One Shot's going to be begging to get back in front.
Oh, don't say touched!
No, that's a tap out incident.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
mate.
a tap out. We saw that to One Shot to hit the Ferrari's back, which caused that to happen.
Psycho
Am I
needs
right?
to get moving quick. Prodigy's catching him as well.
Oh, well, he's moving. Oh, Psycho's going to be fuming, and don't worry, Psycho, we're on your side on that one. Is that desperation or honest? I did not mean to do that.
No, that was very close. I think, yeah, that was probably bound to happen.
Well, maybe that is.
They were that close. One Shot shouldn't have taken that line. He should have backed out a little bit. Obviously, you're not thinking this at this point. You just want to get in front of the guy. Although One Shot was close enough to have the slipstream to overtake Psycho down the main straight.
Fair enough. Well, these things happen though, and to fair, I imagine there's going to be a lot of incidents involving Psycho after this race, because Jesus Christ.
Yep. And I'm sorry to say, unfortunately for Psycho, I don't think all of them are going to go in his favour.
Well, maybe that one might.
Yeah, that one will. That was hands down a tap out instant. So, fortunately for One Shot, he definitely has one reprimand now. And possibly a qualifying ban for Singapore.
Anyway, I think it's after this race, what do you want to do? Because on the last lap of the race right now. So, question: what do you want to do? Yeah, do you want to join me up in the gantry for the post race, or instantly leave the party so you can sort out all these incidents?
I'll have a few questions for everyone. I think we might have the same questions, but yeah, I'll just be the interviewer for this one.
Fine, we'll go like a I ask question, you ask a question thing. Oh, but yeah. do not tell the four seniors they've taken lead, and I'll say it after we've talked to all of them.
Yep.
Alright, speaking of which, four seniors, Team Giants is about to come through with the power of the Volca to take victory here in Italy, and followed by 1-2 for Force India to take the lead of the constructors. They are going to love it. This went their way. I'm telling you, the Force Indians have dominated this, since they became a team, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a very, very good drive from both of them. I don't think they've had that many incidents.
Question: how many times? How many times in a row has a Force India won a race now?
Six wins in a row.
Fair enough. And also, Alco finishes for third place for Williams.
Brilliant return from him. He's still got it.
So one shot's going to go around the parabolica here. Derange obviously is lap, so that's him finished the race in 7th. 4th place is about to cross the line of one shot. So that'll be good. Oh, I thought he lost it there for a moment.
Yeah. One shot did well to get that across the line. I thought he was about to spin then.
Oh, and
Psycho is going to be fuming after this.
Yeah, look how close Black is to him.
Yeah, he's going to be so angry about that.
Oh, because the penalty is Black.
Was that another
Black.
penalty?
Yeah, Psychovic had a penalty. Black didn't, so Black finishes in front of Psycho. Oh, this will be nice to hear.
I think words are going to erupt in this chat after today.
Psychovic, that is race. That has been a very interesting one indeed. But obviously, join us back in the gantry for the post-race interviews. Well, hello everyone, you join us for these post-race interviews with our post-race drivers. So obviously, like always, we'll go from order from third to first. So obviously, we're going to start with our third place man, the Williams of Alco. Well done, mate.
Thanks, Cammy. It's nice to be back. It was a nice race for me, but a quite lonely one. I've only done my job and finish on well-deserved third place, in my opinion.
Perfect on your return, too.
Thank you.
Do you have a question for him, Connor?
No, I just want to say you did really, really well today. The only finishing driver that did not have a time penalty.
I tried to avoid everyone I saw. I tried to keep it safe, so I think it's fair enough.
That's fair enough. Was any strategy involved here? Did it all go well?
Yeah, all did go well. I wasn't expecting rain, of course. I was expecting a good weather. The rain catch me in surprise. But I tried to keep it clean, to keep it safe, and finish the race, and all went well. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that.
Excellent. So very happy.
Thank you.
We shall move on to our second place man. Lord.
Hi.
Well done.
It was yeah, it was good. I think when we saw the wet in qualifying, me and TJ immediately bailed onto our wet strategy, so that's why we were down in qualifying. But all in all, it was a good race. I mean, I absolutely butchered T1 on lap 15. Almost took out Luke. If I had, I probably would have retired straight out. But I've already apologised to him, and he said it's all right. But I think the position was helped with the DNFs. I just had traction that whole race, and the Force India dominance continues.
Yeah, nice 1-2. That strategy for wet definitely come in handy, eh?
It did. As soon as I saw Luke bail into the pit lane for new tyres, I knew that I had to go the lap before him, and yeah, that almost made a mistake. I probably could have gotten a couple of laps longer, but nonetheless, it was a great race. A little boring at the end, but we still had some fun chatting about it.
You have a question from Connor?
The reluctance to say that a team is better. No, it's just a great racing from the pair of you. I did enjoy our battles at the start. I'm just happy that we didn't have any major problems until my car decided to sneeze at turn 3 and drive into the wall.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I can't imagine how big the grin was on your face.
It was more like, oh please, that car better not bounce back on the track because I like my tyres on this car. I actually got it repaired this time.
Yeah, it was a solid job from Force India. You should be proud of that.
Yes, very good. Speaking of the other Force India, TJ, congratulations on a victory in Italy.
Thank you, mate. It's a good one.
Yeah. Obviously, obviously your teammate said about strategy with wet, but was anything on your side what secured the victory for you?
I think me and Lord was on the same strategy in both how we set up the race and how we used our setups. Ran the same wings and the same ballast. And yeah, it was a good one.
Excellent. Connor, I have a question for our winner.
How are you so perfect? Like, you are so consistent and very, very few mistakes. Like, I was fingers crossed for the championship fight for Luke to win, but obviously things happen. But oh god, so I'm happy for you. Yeah, the pair of you have done well as a team today. Pretty much faultless for you to both of you to finish that far ahead of the pack.
So obviously everything's all happy and right with victory. I don't know why I ask that every time.
Oh yeah, it was a good one. I enjoyed the fights with both Connor and Luke, even though I didn't get to fight Luke for that long. But I had a couple of great fights with Connor, and I went a bit late on the brakes for turn 1 at one point, but I hope that I didn't cause him any damage, and I would have let back the position if I came out in front. But I think
I was struggling so much. I think I knew by either lap 3 or 4 that I was not going to finish this race, and even then I knew I wasn't going to finish on the podium because Lord was just so comfortable behind me as well.
Yeah, we really found the
I'm
best
British, I deal with the wet well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't
well,
hate the wet.
I think that probably ends our questions. But would you guys like to know 2 little things?
Of course.
Yeah.
Go on.
Number 1, that is the 6th race win in a row for Force India. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And 2, because of that 1-2 and the 2 Mercedes crashing, Force India are now leading the constructors.
Let's go.
All pink at the top.
Yes, it is, and so that's like a well done moment. But do all three of our podium people have anything to say before we leave?
Yeah. The only thing I want to say is thank you for
No,
having me
I don't
connect.
think there's anything to add.
I think simply that Force India is still going to keep going up. We're going to keep improving from where we are.
Fair enough, but we got Singapore next day.
Oh god.
That's alright. Pink cars like Singapore.
It's one of them, not the other.
I'm gonna end this thing now if you don't mind. Thank you for joining us up in the gantry, you three.
Cheers.
No problem.
Anyway, that has been our post-race interviews. It has dished up an amazing race here in Austria due to a mixed-up grid and also... No, I said Austria, didn't I?
Yeah.
Damn it!
Singapore.
Anyway, let me finish. It's been an interesting race, and obviously you've heard the next race is Singapore. So, bye here from Italy, and we'll see you in Singapore.